Hey guys, and welcome back to another Deepwoken video. For this video, I'm going to be making a PvP tier list for every oath in game. There are about 13 oaths altogether in the game. If you guys didn't see, there is a new oath, that's called Salt Chemist, and in this tier list, I had to add these two images because they didn't have Fade Trimmer either. This video might also help beginners on Deepwoken to know which oath they should go for if they are trying to make a PvP build. So this oath has really good mobility, so a lot of people run with this oath, but it also has this M1 tech where you can dash an M1 and it makes the person stunned a bit to the floor. And if you know how to use this pretty well, it does become OP. But there isn't much to it except for these two features, so we're gonna put it at B. Next up, we have Oathless. So, like the name, this oath doesn't give you anything, no looks, like no cosmetics. It really just gives you plus 10 health and wild card slots, basically extra mantra slots. So for this, I'm going to put it at C, because depending on your build, it could be good, or it could just be useless. Next up, we have Blind Seer. So Blind Seer is really a PvE oath, but because of this one mantra that it has, called Sightless Beam, it can actually do a lot of damage, but that only depends if your build is actually good. So for this, we're gonna put it at the first in line to B. Next up, we have Contractor, and this oath is actually kind of hard to get. So it does take time to get. So if you guys want to know how to get it, I would recommend watching a YouTube tutorial. But yeah, I'm gonna place that S because it is good for PvP. Okay, so next up we have Arc Raider. This oath is also kind of hard to get for beginners. You need to defeat chasers to get the 3 talents and the 2 mantras. The full oath. You need to do chasers to get it, and you need to do a layer 2 quest also to get it. So yeah, I'll put it at A because this oath is mostly, it gives you good mobility and the 2 mantras are actually pretty good. Okay, so next up we have a Sound Heart. This oath can be really brain dead in PvP. I do recommend getting it if you just want a simple critical spam and Manikata spam. But I'll put it S just because it does do good damage. Next up we have Link Strider. So Link Strider is actually pretty useless when you're doing 1v1s. But it's really kind of just this oath that revolves around having the Valve Mastery and the cards for it. It's really just good for support builds, so I don't recommend getting it for PvP at all. So we're just gonna place that at like D. Next up, we have Star Kindred. This oath is actually really good for PvP and it's pretty easy to get. You just need like 40 strength, get 1 grip, and then do a little quest at the Songseeker Church, and boom, bro, you get the oath. It is really good though, so I'm gonna put it at A. Next up, we have Vision Shaper. This oath is actually pretty good for like trolling because you have this domain expansion and you can pretty much spam it. So definitely recommend getting this if you want to troll, or it's just good in PvP as well. So definitely get it if you do want to try it. But we're gonna put it at A. Okay, next up we have arguably the best oath in the game, which is Dawnwalker, along with being the hardest oath to get because you gotta defeat Etheron, you gotta get Curse Medallion from Layer 2 Floor 2. So yeah, we're gonna put this at the top because it's definitely, the mantras of it is really good. Definitely, if you ever get good at the game, get this oath. Next up, we have the new oath, Salt Chemist. So there's not much to say. If you guys have seen how good Salt Chemist is, you would put it at the straight S. So before any nerfs, alright, I don't think it's been nerfed yet or anything, but like without just the release of it, it's just a second place for me, honestly. Like it could just be better than Contractor because of how just like you can literally make potions, and they can either be for like to buff yourself, or this can literally be to nerf people. It's crazy. You can drain people's ether, or you can give yourself infinite ether for a bit. It's just crazy, honestly. And another thing you can do with this oath is if you go to the depths and spam insanity potions, you can literally wipe people as well. Like this is a crazy oath, honestly. And last we have got Fade Trimmer. So this oath is decent, you know. Um, you can obviously get hair IDs with it and stuff, but you can also troll people with this oath as well by giving them like a really weird haircut. But I would give this oath on C because if I'm not wrong, it only has like 1 or 2 moves that are like, decent-ish for PvP. So, it's not the best to get, but it's not that bad. So, I'm just gonna put it there. Okay, guys, so this is pretty much every oath in the game. If you guys disagree with a choice that I put on the tier list, feel free to comment below. And if you guys have enjoyed this, like and sub for more, and obviously to support because we're nearly at 1,400 subs. And with that said, bye for now.